In this video, we're going to be opening up some of the epic hacks skeletons by Boss Fight Studios, doing a little bit of customization, and of course, some toy photography. Are these guys worth the $30 or no? We'll find out. So check these guys out. These are some really cool, unique, and all similar but very different from each other skeletons. So I did a video recently on a skeleton figure, which I really loved, and I got a bunch of comments saying these are really cool. The epic hacks by Boss Fight Studio are really cool. You should look into those. I went on Entertainment Earth, of course, and there's so many of them. I remember seeing these in the past, but I had no idea there were this many different ones of these guys. And of course, there's some very usual, like just normal skeletons as well. And I got pretty excited about it. So I ordered a bunch of them. And so these four right here I have now, but I still just have the basic skeleton. It's actually on back order right now, so I'm waiting for that to come in. But when it does come in, I'll do another review of that as well. So just basically any skeleton figure I get my hands on, I'm gonna do a review of some sort on it because skeletons are cool and I guess everyone likes skeletons. I don't know, I guess. So I've got four of them here. I've got the Bone Salt Crazed Luchador, the Outlaw, the Timeless Criminal, which I think is my favorite, the Phalanx Eterno Guardian, and then we've got the Spartan Ancient Warrior. These guys are really cool. If you're interested in picking up some of these or checking them out, go to Entertainment Earth. I've got my affiliate link as well as a discount code in the description if you're interested, and there's plenty of them on there. And they're 30 bucks a piece, which really isn't that bad. 30 bucks is not too bad. But if you're really interested, even more, I'm gonna give one of these away in the video. I'm gonna give this guy right here, the Luchador one, away in the video. So all you gotta do to enter is just comment your favorite skeleton character ever, whether it be Sir Daniel Fortescue or Ghost Rider or Spinal from Killer Instinct. Just comment your favorite skeleton character and your Instagram handle or Twitter handle, and I will randomly pick somebody in about a week or so, and I'll send it out to you. So comment below if you want to win this guy right here. I'm really hoping I can take all of their stuff off so I can still just be a normal skeleton underneath. One of the things I'm not super jazzed about is the fact that they are these crazy colors. I would have much rather them still be like normal skeleton colors. I mean, I know they have the normal skeleton color plain ones, but still I feel like I would love this so much more if he wasn't red or if he wasn't green. That's just probably my opinion. I don't know, and we'll see when I open them up for sure. Also, what I'll probably do is, I mean, I love doing these videos and doing these reviews, and that's why I get most of these guys, to be honest. So I probably will not be able to fit these in my collection, all of them, so depending on which ones I like the most, I'll probably keep one and put the rest on Whatnot. That's where I've been selling all my old figures. It's a great app, and if you use the link down below too, I have a discount there as well. So, I mean, we'll see. We will see. So I'm gonna crack these guys open, but quickly, first, I wanna talk about today's video sponsor, which I'm really excited about, which is Word Dungeons. Word Dungeons is classic word game style fun, but with much higher stakes. As you venture through the dungeons solving word puzzles, you'll discover runes, secrets, and power-ups that will become vital to your survival as the dungeon becomes progressively more challenging. With that challenging gameplay, hand-drawn art style, and awesomely immersive soundtrack, you'll quickly find this is much different than your average word game. To play Word Dungeons, head over to Steam, the iOS App Store, or the link in this video description right now. Man, one thing I already love about these is the packaging. I feel like there's not enough of these awesome bubble blister packs, whatever you want to call them. It gives you an opportunity to have like this cool piece of art on the back of it and then have your figure popping out in the bubble. I don't know, I love that so much. That was just such a great type of packaging. I hope we get more of those in the future, I really do. Okay, here they are. These guys are really cool. I've already got my favorite, and it's the gunslinger guy, the Outlaw. I mean, he's just super cool, and I am very impressed right now that both of these guys with these mega huge shields are able to withstand their weight while holding the shields, especially this guy. I thought he was not going to be able to stand up, but he does if you move him around a bit. First, I'm going to check out my gunslinger friend here, test out how cool he is, move him around, go through the accessories, and then we'll go one by each one. Okay, so here is the legendary Outlaw, and I've come to notice I think just about everything is removable, so I think I'm going to be able to get this guy into a full skeleton, and he's actually a bit more of like an orange creamsicle color, not yellow. Yeah, he's a little bit bit of a different color. But I'm gonna try and move him around a bit and get him in some poses and see what we think here. Okay, so I will say the posability, articulation is okay. It's pretty good. Actually, it's not as good as I was expecting it to be. As you can tell here, like this is as far as you can get with an elbow. Whoopsie. And that's not terrible, but I just was expecting a little more. A lot of the joints are a little loose. Sometimes I'll get them in a pose I like and then I'll find myself sliding like whoop, especially with the legs up here and like the pelvic area. They're kind of loose a little bit, and I think that does kind of hinder your posability a little bit, but it's not the best. He does come with some cool stuff though. So he's got this little cloth shirt, ripped, torn rag thing, the bandana that's torn up, the hat, this cool belt, some boots, which are cool. And of course he's got a nice revolver, like pistol, big iron on his hip. He's got a stand, and all of them come with stands, and this seems to work pretty well actually, and that's quite nice to have always, you know? And he's got extra hands. I think he's the only one that comes with these, so I'm totally into that. He's got a lever action rifle, which, oh my gosh, this is like my favorite cowboy gun or whatever. Anytime playing Fallout New Vegas, this was the one I always wanted to use. And he comes with extra feet. Now I know I can definitely take off his shoes and make him 100% just a skeleton. Love that. That's cool. And then this is a little thing for the back, so you can latch this onto his back, the lever action rifle, so that's cool. We've got a nice little rope, which I think you can put this on his belt as well. And then he comes with this really cool skull, this like ram skull. It's always a pain when you go to switch the hand out and you pull out the hand and the joint at the same time, and now you gotta like figure out a way to get the joint out of the hand so you can switch it. Come on. Okay, I was able to get his hands on, but I needed help. I had to grab my wife's hair dryer and warm them up to get those hands switched. That was really hard, to be honest. I couldn't do it without it, so I guess a heads up there. Luckily the other guys don't have hands I gotta switch, because that was tough. But after he's on there, this looks great with the lever action rifle. Okay, I'm having more trouble here. I can't get this thing in his back. Right back here. I can't get that in there. This reminds me of trying to put the whip on the Indiana Jones figure back on that video. Jeez, I just cannot get this in here. So much cool stuff, but just I'm having trouble getting it in the guy. Come on. Man, I don't think I can get this in. I'm really putting a lot of force in here. Like, this is just too soft of a plastic to get in here. Got it! I had to take the thing off, but after that, actually, it wasn't too bad. If you want to put this thing in there, I recommend taking this off first. Okay, getting the rope on was a little bit easier, but still pretty tough. Still pretty tough. Man, a lot of great stuff about the figures. Just getting them attached to him is just hard. All right, let's strip this guy down and get him all skeletoned up. And here he is. You can absolutely make him just a regular skeleton as well. And honestly, the orange is kind of cool. It's definitely kind of cool. I definitely want to weather him up, and I think that's gonna make him look a lot better. The ram skull, it looks pretty good too. Will say too, on a very positive note, switching the feet out was way easier than switching the hands or anything else. So there you go, feet are good. So wobbly joints and putting stuff in aside, I think this guy is pretty sweet. Thematically, I think he's super duper cool. I just love the idea of a cowboy skeleton with boots on. Like, come on, that's so cool. So here next is our Spartan Warrior, which I think this guy obviously thematically is really cool. And he's got a helmet that comes on and off like that. His shield is almost like exactly like in 300. His legs are very wobbly. I don't know if you can tell. He still can withstand his weight, so there's that. And he does come with some cool stuff as well. Besides, he's got the shield and the sword, and of course the armor and the helmet, a stand also, a sheath for his sword, and he comes with a shorter spear and a longer spear, or actually, you know what, the spear connects like this. And some extra feet, of course, as well. Right here, there's a little hole in the shield. I wonder if that's so you can like have the spear kind of poking out through it. I'm gonna give that a shot. And there we go. That's pretty cool. It's a little bit difficult to do with the wobbliness, but you can do it. Oh, there we go. Next is our Spartan Warrior, the Phalanx, which he's really cool. I just like the look of him, the Roman look. It's pretty sweet. But man, that shield is so heavy that you really gotta be careful with him or he's not gonna stand up. But he is cool. He comes with a little sword, obviously the massive shield, the helmet, which comes on and off. The armor does move a little bit, and then he comes with extra feet and a spear also, which connects. There we go, just like that. Pretty cool, and it's also got the same hole in the big shield over here. There we go. You can kind of get it if you use his stand. Looks cool. Looks good. Whew, getting these two guys naked is really hard, and I know it's possible because that's why they come with the feet and everything, but man, taking the armor off was really hard. I just couldn't do it. I was a little afraid, to be honest, so I wasn't able to get them naked. So I'm sorry if you're looking forward to seeing some red and blue skeleton nudity. You're not gonna see it in this video. I highly apologize, but don't blame me. Don't blame me, I did my best. I did my best. Okay, so what do I think about these guys? I mean, I wanna love them a lot. Thematically and conceptually, design-wise, I love them a lot. I think they're so cool. I love the packaging. It's just unfortunately some of the wobbly joints make things kind of difficult, and I'm sure you probably thought my posing was really bad in this video, and I did my best, but it is a little bit difficult for sure. And of course, you know, trying to switch parts and things was pretty tough. I still think these guys are cool. Worth $30? I don't know, that's up to you. I think they're still worth $30. You get a bunch of different stuff. I think they're worth $30. This guy, he's $40. And he doesn't come with all that stuff. He's just a really good figure. So, what do you think? These guys have been out for a little bit, at least this line has been. What do you think? Are they worth $30? Gonna pick them up or not? Please let me know. Okay, so one thing I really want to do with him, because he's my favorite for sure, is I want to weather him. I think I'm gonna give him a nice black wash, and then give him a nice matte finish, and maybe the paint and the matte finish will maybe tighten his joints up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna grab some black and different acrylic paints and lather him up and wipe him off, and then we'll see how he looks. Okay, so here we go. I've got them all over here in my plate. And I've got a couple of paints here, just black and brown. These are very simple, cheap acrylic paints. This is literally the kind you can buy at Walmart. Either way, I'll have this linked in the description if you want to get any of the stuff I'm using, as always. So really, I'm just gonna lather him up with these different paints, wipe him off a little bit, and that's all. It's a nice little black and brown wash to weather him up a little bit, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. So yeah, let's get started. Check it out. He looks great, right? Like that looks so much cooler, I think. Wow, it's amazing how that much of a difference that makes. After this is done drying, I'm gonna give it a spray with the matte finish. Once it's dry, which doesn't take long, he'll be all done. So let's go do that. Okay, and here he is. After the paint job, he looks pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty big difference. A lot, and it went from kind of being a silly looking orange skeleton to a much spookier, scarier looking guy. I filled his whole eyes up with black, which I think was a really cool decision. I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna go and put all his stuff back on and see how it looks like that. And here he is, our pardoner. He looks pretty good. I think this was a good change. I'm very happy with doing this. Adding the matte finish really did make the joints a little bit stiffer, especially on the legs and everywhere, and I like that a lot. So if you ever get one of these and you're having a problem with loose joints, give them a good couple coats of a finish, glossy, whatever you want, and that'll definitely help. Let me know what you think. Did I screw him up, or does he actually look pretty cool? I'm quite happy with him. Okay, it is a shooting and reviewing video. Let's take him out to my favorite desert sandy spot and let's take some cool cowboy shots with him. Let's go. Okay, so I'm at my sandy spot I always go to. I've got a great Wild West kind of idea for a shot, and check it out. I got a new bag. For those who are in the know, don't worry, I won't destroy this one too. Okay, so hopefully the wind doesn't block out my audio too much, but we've got our
outlaw guy over here, and he's in a little ghost town, and there's nothing going on, so he's bored and he's just shooting skulls because it's a ghost town. So this little thing here is actually a Christmas decoration I got at Hobby Lobby a while ago. It was on sale because it was missing all the rest of the nativity stuff, and so I just put a bunch of other skull related things I have. Like this is the Foosh one I did the video about before. This is a Mythic Legions one, and then this is the ram skull from the one we just opened today. I'm gonna take two different shots. One of me kicking up a little bit of sand like this, so there's some movement going on. And I'm also gonna use a sparkler over by the gun here and the skull to hopefully make it look like he's actually shooting something and it's hitting the skull. And hopefully that actually works. It's very bright out right now, so I'm not sure if it's gonna show up. A very important factor is my light reflector. So I can bounce all that sun off of here. And as you can tell, you can see the light changing there. So it's really important that I'm using the light reflector. So here we are in camera. It's a little hard to see, but right now my shutter speed is pretty fast. It's at 3200 because it's very bright. I need it to be a little bit, you know, cooled down and a little bit darker. And if I'm going to be moving some stuff like sand, I need that fast shutter speed anyway. And my f-stop's at 2.5 only because I love that blurry background. I'm going to use my handy remote and take a bunch of shots while I'm holding my light reflector up and with the sparklers as well. And hopefully the shot comes out okay. So what do you think of these guys? Whether or not you think they're the most quality figures in the world, they're pretty cool looking, and there's a ton of different ones. They're easy to collect, and they're at a pretty decent price. And I've got the link below in the description of this video if you do want to pick them up, along with my discount code as well. And of course, this photo, along with everything else, will be posted on Instagram at sir.dork. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.